The line-wise explanation of the chapter. As for Vanda, she was just some girl who lived up on Bogin Heights and stood alone in the school yard. She scarcely ever said anything to anybody. The only time she talked was in the schoolyard about her 100 days. Vanda Petronsky did not talk to anybody in the school. She lived in Bogin Heights and she used to talk only in the schoolyard about her 100 dresses. Mary remembered her telling about one of her dresses, pale blue with colored trimmings, and she remembered another that was brilliant jungle green with the red sash. You would look like a Christmas tree in that, the girls had said in pretended admiration. Maddie was remembering about her dress about which Vanda used to describe. The first dress was the pale blue with the colored trimming, and second dress was the brilliant jungle green with the red sash. Thinking about Vanda and her 100 dresses all lined up in the closet means cupboard, Maddie began to wonder who was going to win the drawing and coloring contest. Now Maddie was thinking, who will be the winner of the drawing contest? For girls, this contest consisted of designing dresses, and for boys, designing motorboats. This competition was for the boys and girls both. For the boys had to prepare a motorboats, and for the girls they had to make a design of dresses. Probably Peggy would win the girls' medal. Peggy drew better than anyone else in the room. At least that's what everybody thought. She could copy a picture in a magazine or some film star's head so that you could almost tell who it was. Peggy was very expert in drawing, and she could draw any picture from the magazine, and she could draw the picture of the film stars. Oh, Maddie was sure Peggy would win. Well, tomorrow the teacher was going to announce the winner, and then they would know. And now, next day, there will be announcement of the winner. Next day it was drizzling. Drizzling means light rain. Maddie and Peggy hurried to school under Peggy's umbrella. It was drizzling, it was light rain. So Maddie came to school under the Peggy's umbrella. Naturally, on a day like this, they didn't wait for Vanda Petronsky on the corner of the Oliver Street. Oliver Street, it is a place where Peggy and Maddie used to wait for Vanda Petronsky to make fun of her. But today the result would be declared, so they did not wait for Vanda. The street that far away under the railroad tracks and up the hill. This street was very far away, and it was under the railroad tracks led to Bogin Heights. Anyway, they weren't taking chances on being late today, because today was the important. Why the today was the important? Because today the winner would be declared by the Miss Mason. Do you think Miss Mason will announce the winner today? Asked Peggy. Oh, I hope so. The minute we get in, said Maddie. Of course you will win, Peg. And Maddie thought that Peggy would be the winner of the contest. I hope so, said Peggy eagerly. Eagerly means very keenly. The minute they entered the classroom, they stopped short and gasped. Gasped means open mouth, amazed. There were drawings all over the room, on every ledge and windowsill. Dazzling means shining colors and brilliant lavish designs. Lavish design means very grand designs, very attractive designs, all drawn on great sheet of wrapping paper. And when they entered in the room number 13, they saw 100 designs were hanging on the wall of the Class, there must have been 100 of them, all lined up. These must be the drawings for the contest. They were. Everybody stopped and whistled or murmured admiringly. All the students were passing through the room number 13. They used to admire the designs which were hanging on the wall of the room number 13. As soon as the class had assembled, Miss Mason announced the winner. The Jack Biggles had won for the boys. In the boys, Jack Biggles was the winner, she said, and his design for an outboard motor was an exhibition in room number 12. And his design that was made by the Jack Biggles, that was kept in room number 12 for exhibition, along with the sketches by all other boys. As for the girls, she said, although just one or two sketches were submitted by most one girl, and room number 13 should be proud of her, this different and all beautiful. In the opinion of judges, any one drawing is worthy of winning the prize. I am very happy to say that Wanda Petronsky is the winner of the Gus medal. Miss Mason declared that Wanda Petronsky was the winner because she had submitted 100 designs, and even her one design was worthy to win this competition. Unfortunately, Wanda has been absent from school for some days and is not here to receive applause. Applause means clapping. That is due to her. Let us hope she will be back tomorrow. Now class, you may file around the room quietly and look at the exquisite drawings. Exquisite means very attractive drawings. Miss Mason said that you can move in the class. You can watch the exquisite beautiful designs. The children burst into applause, started clapping hearing this, and even the boys were glad to have chance to stamp on the floor, put their fingers in their mouths and whistle. The boys got a chance to make a noise, so they were dragging their feet on the floor and they were shouting, though they were not interested in dresses, because they had no any interest in dresses, so they were shouting. Look, Pig, whispered Maddie. There is that blue one she told us about. And Maddie said that look that blue one, and Wanda Petronsky was discussing about this one. Isn't it beautiful? Yes, said Peggy. And here's that green one, boy, and I thought I could draw. And then Peggy said, look at this jungle green with the red sash, and she was saying that I could draw this design. Now the first part is completed.